how different countries around the world celebrate Nowruz, or the Persian New Year. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ahmed Media. Before continuing, don't forget to subscribe, like and share with your friends, and be sure to watch until the end. Enjoy. Hello everyone, before we start today's video, I just wanted to say Happy New Year to everyone who is celebrating. I hope you have a great year ahead of you and a fruitful one near your family. Every March, 300 million people from across the world take part in celebrations that involve leaping over bonfires, performing folk music, and reciting poems, cleaning every inch of their homes, and eating copious amounts of home-cooked food in the process. Nowruz, commonly known as the Persian New Year, is a commemoration of spring and fertility, and marks the overcoming of sorrow and darkness. It's celebrated not only in Iran, but in the likes of Azerbaijan, Afghanistan, and countries across Central Asia, as well as the rest of the world. Nowruz, which means New Day in Farsi, marks the first day of the Persian calendar and falls at the same time as the spring equinox, usually on the 20th or the 21st of March. Although it's a secular holiday, it's widely believed to be rooted in the Zoroastrianism, one of the world's oldest monotheist religions, dating back to 3,000 years and preceding both Christianity and Islam. The Muslim conquest of Persia in the 7th century led to the religion being slowly eradicated, but its fundamentals, including a deep reverence for the four elements of nature, stayed put and birthed this public holiday still celebrated by millions across the Muslim-majority region. Although the principles of Nowruz are the same, each country weaves in its own unique traditions and spells it slightly differently. In 2016, it was added to UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity, recognizing a celebration that withstood quite remarkably 3 millennia of changing regimes and religions. In Iran, Nowruz is Iran's biggest holiday and a momentous time across the country. It usually kicks off with a spring cleaning ritual called Khanetekani, which means shaking down the house. Once the home is in order, the last Wednesday before Nowruz, Iranians light up the streets and skies for Charshanbe Suri, or Red Celebration, in honor of all things fire, an element Zoroastrians believe to be a symbol of purity. People set off endless fireworks, jump over bonfires to symbolize renewal of life, and release sky lanterns filled with their hopes and dreams for the year ahead. The new year is usually announced by Haji Firuz, a fictional tambourine-playing character with ambiguous origins. In cities like Yazd and Isfahan, a festival called Sadeh honors fire for the 50 days and nights that precede Nowruz. And when it comes to celebratory food, there is an abundance of it. Traditional Nowruz dishes include kuku sabzi and sabzi pulo ba mahi, a herby rice dish with white fish. But perhaps the most symbolic observance is Hafsin, the custom of setting a table with 7 items beginning with the letter S. 7 is believed to be a lucky number. This can include sabzi, which is sprouted lentil or wheat, which symbolizes rebirth, sear garlic for good health, sirke, which is vinegar for patience, sib, which is apple for beauty, and samanu, a sweet paste made from germinated wheat that's a Nowruz staple in every celebrating country. The display also traditionally features a goldfish, which is representing life, a mirror, candles, and a holy book. Azerbaijan. Reminders of Azerbaijan's Zoroastrian past are everywhere in the country, whether in its fire temples, burning hillsides, or flame-shaped skyscrapers. Although Nowruz was stifled here under the Soviet regime, families continue to celebrate in secret, and today it's the most joyful date on the Azari calendar. Festivities start early. The 4 Tuesdays in the run-up to Nowruz celebrate the 4 elements: water, fire, earth, and air. Throughout this period, families gather to make traditional pastries like baklava, shakarpura, and gogol, representing the stars, moon, and sun respectively, as well as savory staples like plov, a saffron-infused meat and rice dish, dolma, which is vine leaves stuffed with lamb, rice, and herbs, and fragrant kebabs. Afghanistan. For the most part, Afghanistan celebrates the New Year in a similar way to its neighbors. It's celebrated predominantly in the north of the country, particularly in the Balkh province, which some believe to be the spiritual homeland of Nowruz. Although contested, it's said that Zoroaster, the ancient Iranian prophet who founded Zoroastrianism, lived and preached in Balkh, one of the oldest cities in the world. Buzkashi. Afghanistan's national sport is a popular custom during Nowruz. It's somewhat similar to polo, but instead of a ball, the horseback players maneuver a headless disemboweled dead goat. During an Afghan Nowruz feast, expect to find the likes of kulche Nowruzi, which is biscuits made from rice flour, aloy samanak, which is an Afghan sweet, and haft mewa, a fruit salad made with 7 dried fruits and nuts soaked in syrup. Across Central Asia, Nowruz is celebrated in all 5 of the stans: Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan. As in Azerbaijan, festivities in the region were suppressed during the Soviet times, and it wasn't until the 1990s that Nowruz was publicly celebrated again. Traditions across the region have similar characteristics like plenty of food, family gatherings, colorful street festivals, and nomadic sports, although they can vary slightly from country to country and sometimes even city to city. In Kazakhstan, Nowruz is marked by the building of traditional nomad houses, in which a dasarkhan, which is a table of food, is laid out. Nowruz koje, a hearty soup made using 7 ingredients only, is almost always on the table. In Kyrgyzstan, huge vessels of water are brought into the home on the eve of Nowruz to symbolize good health. Traditional sports like wrestling, horse racing, and board games are all customary when it comes to celebrations in this region. For Kurdish people, it symbolizes identity and freedom. Nowruz is celebrated among the 30 million strong Kurdish communities across Iraq, Turkey, and Syria, as well as the ethnic Kurdish population of Iran. In addition to the general festivities, it's also a celebration of a Kurdish myth, a blacksmith named Kawa who defeated the evil king Zuhak and freed his people on the eve of Nowruz. As such, the holiday symbolizes not only the start of a new year, but also freedom for the Kurdish people, who are the world's largest stateless group. In other parts of the world, after the Muslim conquest of the 7th century, most Persian Zoroastrians fled to India. Today, their descendants, the Parsi people, still practice Zoroastrianism and celebrate Nowruz. Other minorities who mark the occasion include the Uyghur people of China and the Lezgins and the Tatars of South Russia, as well as minorities in parts of the Balkans, Mongolia, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. And lastly, I just wanted to say again, Happy New Year to everyone who is celebrating Nowruz, and I hope you have a great year. Okay guys, that was another video from Ahmed Media. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Have a great day and a fantastic one.